Jimmy the Greek. Jimmy the Greek Snyder. So he wasn't even Greek, was he? His name's Snyder? Jimmy Snyder. Why'd they call him the Greek?
No, I think he was.
Because
People are going to be talking about my high-riding shorts.
Is Snyder a Greek word?
By the way, if you watched the Are You Garbage episode and people were concerned about the Ottoman Ottoman's doing just fine. Yeah. It recovered. We had to spend a week in intensive care, but the Ottoman has recovered from good old Foley sitting on it.
We had to pump it back up to a machine. Look, we were taking its blood pressure. But
it was close. Yeah, it almost died.
Yeah, it almost died.
It almost died. It was on. We put it on a ventilator and it's back.
Yeah, it was in the ICU. Then we took it to IKEA.
Yeah. So he was Greek. So Jimmy the Greek's real name is Dimitrios Yorgos Synodinos.
Jesus Christ.
Synodinos. Dimitrios Yorgos Synodinos.
Greek names just look like somebody fell asleep on a keyboard.
That's really funny.
I know.
Where'd you get that joke?
I created it.
I heard you did it once live, too.
I said it, yeah.
That's a good joke, man.
Thank
You're
you.
in the right business. That's a funny fucking joke. Yeah.
You told me in Cleveland that I did it in Tampa.
Oh, I thought it was good then?
Yeah. I said it walking in the street in Cleveland. You said tweet that. Then I did it in Tampa because of Tarpon Springs and it killed. And then
Jared's a funny kid. You're a funny fucking guy.
Thank you.
Quick.
Thank you.
He's quick. He's funny. He's smart. He keeps getting better. He just keeps going up levels. It's not going to be long. It's just like Jared's not going to be here forever, and that's fine.
Just got to fix that gay part.
Yeah.
Although that's a benefit these days.
Just keep it, dude. It's a benefit now. So he passed away in 1996. Jimmy the Greek passed away in 1996, but his career passed away a long time before that. His career died a little earlier than he did. And that happens sometimes in life. And it happened because he said something that, to be honest, now is like in your 23andMe, right? So it's like a known thing. Mm-hmm. So this is interesting, and I want to be careful with what I say here because I want to make sure. But again, this is pre-recorded, which is the benefit of it. But I do believe fast twitch and slow twitch, like they just now say that some people have it more than others, right?
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
I think they do.
So give some context to what fast and slow switch is.
Fast twitch and slow twitch muscle fibers.
Okay.
So like, for example, on my 23andMe, I have the fast twitch. They will tell you whether you have fast twitch or slow switch.
Okay.
So
twitch or switch?
It's twitch.
Okay.
Fast twitch. Slow twitch, fast twitch.
Okay.
So
did they say that you have a brain tumor in there too?
Yeah, I probably. Yeah, no, but I said I'm prone to it. I'm fucking prone to Alzheimer's. A bunch of other stuff, heart disease. I did my calcium scan. I got a little buildup on the left. What are you gonna do?
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right, though. You'll be okay.
But
I gotta eat some blueberries. That'll cure it.
He didn't just say one thing. He said a few things. If you look here.
So what? Okay. So Jimmy the Greek, which was one of the first cancel cases.
Yeah.
Jimmy the Greek, my people, of course. Jesus Christ. He goes, Dave Black got everything. Dave, he was referring to the blacks. This was during an interview with Hodling, some guy. He goes, they've got everything. If they take over coaching like everyone wants them to, there's not going to be anything left for white people. Again,
that just seems like the truth.
That just seems true.
He could be in a strip club saying that. It still rings true.
Yeah, maybe white people got upset about this because they're like, he's fucking shut up. Because that's kind of like what we were saying in another episode. I don't remember when. But
the next day, the three-point line was invented.
Yeah. So Snyder described blacks as being superior athletes because generally he said they work harder than white athletes. Okay, again.
They coming from different neighborhoods, you know.
You see how sometimes people tell them that, who's this fucking one of the most famous thinkers of all time? He said, if you tell the truth, you better make them laugh because otherwise they're going to want to kill you.
Epstein?
No. Yeah, it was that was Epstein. How do you look at your saved shit on Instagram? Saved posts. Saved. Here we go. Saved. Because it was the last one.
You go to Venmo, and then you type in jharvey15.
So Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde said, if you want to tell people the truth, make them laugh. Otherwise, they'll kill you. Because so far, as the kids would say, Jimmy the Greek is just dropping facts. So far, so good.
Spitting facts, yeah.
So far, he's spitting facts, dog. He said blacks are superior athletes because generally he said they work harder than white. Then he added, the black is a better well, you see, that's his. The black doesn't sound good. Yeah. The black. You got to say blacks or black goddess, black gods. You got to say
Nubian princes.
Nubian princes. See, if he would have just changed one word to the Nubian princes are better athletes to begin with because they've been bred that way.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Okay, yeah.
But also, I mean, somebody made a joke about that. Bill Burr made a joke, right? And he was like, they were bred. He was like, they were like running. He's like, slaves were like running across state. My ancestors were like drinking fucking vodka. It's like, of course that guy can fucking jump out of the gym or something like that. You know, so it's how you do it.
It's hereditary.
Right? So
Yeah.
in slavery, they did wean the gene pool. This is a fact, right? They like to take stronger. That's what they did. I'm just saying it's what happened.
You sound like Jimmy the Greek because that's
But that's what happened.
that's his next statement.
Oh, so what do you say? This all goes back to the Civil War when during the slaving trade, the slave owner would breed his big black. It's just the way he said it.
You know what?
Because what he's saying is not historically inaccurate,
It's
is what
not.
I'm saying.
Just like athleticism is hereditary for black people, racism is hereditary for Greeks.
You can't help it. So look, he's saying the black is a better athlete to begin with because he's been bred that way because of his high thighs that go up into his back. And they can jump higher and run faster because of their bigger thighs. This all goes back to the Civil War when during the slave trading, the slave owner would breed his big black. This is just the way he's saying it. Would breed his the slave owner would breed his big black to his big woman so that he would have a big black kid. That's where it all started. And then Snyder said, "What a foolish thing to say." Snyder said yesterday, I thought I was being instructive when in fact I was destructive. That was his apology. That was his apology. All right, now here's the thing. Technically, there's a kernel, right? Historically, you know, unfortunately, that's what made American chattel slavery so brutal, right?
Yes, yes,
they ripped
yes.
families apart, and they did sort of do some of this stuff. But I don't know if that's why. I don't know if that's why they would have, what do you say? They're all the way up to their butt or something.
Well, that's just the Spartan Greek coming out.
But, okay, so what I'm saying about the fast twitch, slow twitch is that they tell you some people have fast twitch or slow twitch muscle fibers. Now, the fast twitch muscle fibers is what power athletes have. So they're better at, like, sprinting, whereas the slow twitch are, like, better at, like, marathons or lifting heavy stuff as opposed to speed. So I have a fast twitch. I have the, you know, because I think Jimmy Greek also says something about the fast twitch, you know, and like black people have more fast twitch. Now I think like it's more, they say like, you know, Ethiopians tend to have a little, like there's things like that are said more openly, that it's not like, whoa, what are you saying? Because it's not a big deal. It's like genetic. It's like whatever. You can obviously see fucking some people, the Kenyans fucking dominate the marathon. The fucking Scandinavians dominate the strongman contests.
Yeah, but of course Africans will be good at marathons because they have to make up for all the running that they didn't do.
That's right. So in my 23andMe, you can see it when you go to 23andMe. It tells you have whether you have the fast twitch or small twitch. I don't know. So this doesn't sound good. This doesn't sound good.
It's understandable,
Right.
but it's not complete.
The problem is he probably just read some shit, and again, you're gonna want to pre-record this. Also, you're gonna probably want to keep your. You just want to keep it about the game.
Yeah, keep it about.
You want to keep it about the game, my friend.
Because he definitely read an article, then he saw Pam Grier in a movie.
Yeah. So what? So he was a Hotug who was black criticized the firing. Wait, what? This gets interesting. So he was talking to Hodling, who is black, when he said this. Actually, Hodling criticized.
He's not black anymore.
Who criticized the firing of Jimmy the Greek Snyder. He said it's outrageous. He should be fired for exercising his First Amendment rights. Rather than silencing him, they should keep him on and cover the issues of civil rights in sports.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's something that is so forgotten in today's game. When was this?
This was back
80s.
Yeah,
This was
1980s?
this
1988.
1988. Yeah. This was a big story, man.
Jesus. Okay.
I remember. And then
Okay, I thought it happened like in the late 1800s. So these comments are a little bit.
Where were we? Then he added, it should have been uncovered. Musburger, former colleague, it's a big hole when you lose someone who contributed so much as Jimmy D. There's only one Jimmy the Greek. People ask who's out there to replace him, but there's only one. He was first of a kind, but he also was a character. There was that segment of audience that wanted to disagree, wanted to argue with the Greek. I'm feeling a twinge of sadness for the individual, but on the other hand, there's no way you can defend those comments, period. Given how outrageous what was said, I don't think they had any choice. Now, look, what he said was outrageous, right? Because it's a generalization, and that's not the reason wholesale that blacks are better athletes than white. I mean, now we know that, right? You got guys who got higher you got white guys who got higher.
Yeah.
That whole white guy can't jump myth is not really true, right? It's like Vincent DiVincenzo had the highest fucking whatchamacallit? What do you call that?
Vertical?
Yeah, the highest vertical of one of the highest of all time.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are crazy athletes. So it's, it's the first part of what he said is the most true, is that blacks work harder. It's what they could get into.
But not all black people have great genes. I mean, have you seen Jordan Carlos with the shirt off?
Yeah, I mean, listen, have you seen Jared Harvin try to touch the rim?
Okay.
Where the fuck I can touch rim?
But what happens is blacks work so hard and they made it look easy. But what Jimmy the Greek said does have some sort of a kernel historical truth to it. It's a tough thing to say without being very careful about what you're saying. Because unfortunately, that's what these evil people did do. And that's what slavery, there's truth to what he's saying, but there's no truth into that leading to his hypothesis, right?
Yeah.
Because his hypothesis is in and of itself is a little racist, because he's saying he's basically reinforcing that they're being bred like racehorses or something like that. So that's wrong. So he's wrong. So at the end of the day, Jimmy, keep it about the game, baby. What the fuck happened? But I think Jimmy didn't think he was being racist because he was talking to imagine saying that to a black guy. So I just think he truly thought he was being, historical or whatever.
How bad was that game that it led him to that conversation?
I mean, Jesus Christ.
The score must have been 103 to -7.
Here's my bet. How much did he lose on the team with more black guys on it?
Yeah.
For him to say that.
The game.
It's some juice in the game.
I'm never doing this under again.
Yeah. God damn it. You just, every time, they're just better athletes. I should have known better. You want to know why they're better athletes? Because I was reading David Duke's book yesterday.
That's why.
And David Duke nailed it.
That's why people, when they say they're in the black, that's a positive thing.
It's a positive thing, being in the black.
Yeah, he probably had a C note on the Celtics.
Let's think about some things that are, because always, you always think about the things that are black that are negative, but black, what's positive?
Magic Johnson.
It's a good one right off the bat.
That was quick.
It's a good one. In the black, you're in the Prophet.
Yeah.
Batman's suit was black.
True.
He's a positive superhero.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got?
The space that Stevie Wonder pulls all his creativity from.
Blackness, darkness.
Yeah.
Darkness, yeah. That's an inventive one.
Thank you.
Yeah. Black. What's a good thing that's black? White, we got angels, we got clouds, we got
the side of Khalees Hawkins that's not annoying.
Let it slide. She doesn't watch this. That's about it. Dubs, I guess, sign of peace.
Mm-hmm.
Blacks, what's good with blacks? Black, the color black. Bad guys wear black.
Defiant.
All I'm thinking about is that third base song. Black guys, bear guys wear black. Must have been a white guy that started all that. Make the gas. So Jimmy the Greek went too far. That's a bad one.
Went too far.
Who else? Look, you're live. You make mistakes.
We make mistakes on this podcast the whole time, bro.
You do. But, the thing is, nobody's ever made a mistake like that. So I do, Kramer. The best part was when Kramer tried to save it. When he went, there's those words. Those words. We still have those words. Can we listen to the Jimmy the Greek thing so we can hear it and hear how bad it sounds? Because everything when you read it is really bad. That's like when they take a joke and they try to put it in an article. It removes all the context. Maybe he said it in a real friendly way. Give me a second, just like, hey, blacks are superior athletes. Right? Maybe he said it. Does it soften it if you do it in like a Jerry Seinfeld voice? What's the deal with how good of the athletes they are?
Maybe he's saying it like Barney.
They were bred that way.
I love you. You love me. The best black athletes come from single families.
Okay, let's see.
Was asking questions about Martin Luther King's birthday and the progress blacks have made in society. There, CBS sports commentator Jimmy the Greek Snyder gave his impressions of blacks in coaching in the National Football League. His answers could raise as much controversy as the statements by former Dodgers executive Al Campanis last April on ABC's Nightline news program.
Yeah, pretty soon they're going to have to equalize it for the blacks, for the Greeks, the Jews, and for everybody. I mean, let's make it equal for everybody, you know.
And is it equal? What about in sports?
Well, they've got everything. If they take over coaching like everybody wants them to, there's not going to be anything left for the white people. I mean, all the players are black. I mean, the only thing that the whites control is the coaching jobs. Now, I'm not being derogatory about it, but that's all that's left for them. The black talent is beautiful. It's great. It's out there. But, you know, the only thing left for the whites is a couple coaching jobs.
Yeah, maybe we need to get more black coaches.
Oh, it's all right with me. I'm sure that they'll take over that pretty soon, too.
Well, I mean, there we go. We stuck with the, a lot of black people here. I'm like, right on, man. We're going to take that shit. He's right. He's right.
Yeah.
Plus, he was at a banquet. Looked like he had a few pops.
Yeah, he had a few pops. Okay, what about I want to see the newscast. I want to see the one that got him in trouble. Because that one, I guess at the time that one sounds harsh. Now you're looking back. You're like, all right, looks like what he said came true. Well, not exactly yet, right? But there's a lot more black coaches now.
Yeah. Well, they have to have a rule, the Rooney Rule. That was created in Pittsburgh. So the Rooney Rule is you have to give a interview opportunity to a black coach, at least one black coach, while you're interviewing for a new job. So that's why, like, D'Amico Ryan, all these new black coaches, the Steelers owner actually implemented that.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Did you know that, Jess?
No. Oh, yeah. You have to
the Rooney Rule, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
So there it is.
Final action for
there it is.
CTE.
His final CBS appearance. That might be it.
Redskins fans in particular will never forget this return.
It's Bob Costas, too, another Greek.
And still, the touchdown. And Walter Payton winds it up in a dejected note. Jimmy the Greek, let me ask you about that injury to Green, which I alluded to. That
no, this wasn't it.
A very big difference against Anthony Carter.
Oh, that's not. That's Brett Musburger, right?
Mm-hmm. I know the Redskins are very happy about winning the game, but without Darrell Green to watch Mr. Trotter or to return those punts. I mean, he's a big man out of the lineup, offensively and defensively. It would make a difference of at least 2 points. Jimmy, let me ask you about the AFC game about to start.
This isn't it.
I want
No.
They probably stripped it from the internet.
Yeah.
No, it's somewhere. It's got to be somewhere. But anyway, it happens to Jimmy the Greek.